Finn, welcome to the West. How's the first week and a half been?
Yeah, good. Been a nice change in weather, to be honest. That's probably the biggest thing I've picked up since coming to Melbourne. But yeah, been here about a week and a half now training and yeah, loved every minute of it.
What was the lure for coming to West Coast? Obviously, delisted by Collingwood, but what was the lure to get here and have a crack?
Yeah, so I got delisted and then I think it was about a week after West Coast reached out about, potentially having a meeting and then coming over and yeah, I sort of really talked about to my manager a couple of years earlier about coming to West Coast and a bit of change in scenery and probably a bit of a change up for my career as well. And yeah, it just sort of worked out well and a club I really wanted to get to and yeah, to come here now is unbelievable.
So wait, when did you almost land?
Nah, I spoke to my manager a couple of years back, but nothing came through, yeah. So it's worked out well now and yeah, funny how it all sort of works out in the end.
Sorry to attach onto that, but was that something, you said you talked to your manager, was that something you were approaching or did the club approach you? Or?
No, I just spoke to my manager and there was a brief conversation. That was about it. It didn't go too far, but yeah, happy it's worked out now.
What attracted you to the club back then and then now though? Like, is it the weather? Is it WA? Is it being out of Melbourne?
Probably the young group, to be honest. Just a bit different what Collingwood was at the time, and yeah, I thought there was a lot of growth, and there still is. And what the boys were last year compared to this year, especially something I've thought of. Obviously not been here, but they've grown a lot from all reports, and yeah, really excited about the growth as well. That's probably the thing for me back then and now.
You come across with Deb, obviously, and Harry as well. It's kind of, with all due respect, it kind of feels like the three of you are, on the last lifeline for your footy careers. Does that give you guys extra motivation when you come over and start training and pushing for spots?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I probably didn't know what I was going to do if West Coast hadn't reached out, and so yeah, I feel I've got a lot more left to offer in my footy career. I'm only 23 and feel I can contribute a lot for West Coast, and I know those boys think the same as well. So yeah, it's worked out really well for all of us.
23 is you're almost on one of the older end in terms of the midfield. What's that been like to go from you're probably one of the youngest at the Pies to coming over and I suppose being a bit more of an experienced player?
Yeah, it is a big change up. I definitely felt that. Yeah, just sort of speaking up more in meetings when you get the chance, and I had a lot of great mentors and stuff like that at Collingwood. So Pendlebury, Sidebottom, all those guys who've been around for a long time, and learning off them and trying to bring little bits and pieces to here now, and for the next little bit as well.
Has it been a bit of adjustment? Have some of the younger boys kind of come up to you asking for advice and stuff like that?
Yeah, it is a lot different in that aspect, and yeah, to be honest, I've only been here a week and a bit, but yeah, it is definitely different, and Matt Flynn and all those older boys as well, they've sort of, been real great leaders as well. That's sort of what I picked up here.
How frustrating was, I was going to say last year, but this year for you with that shoulder and then not being able to break into what is a really powerful Collingwood midfield?
Yeah, it was a bit frustrating, that shoulder. I sort of did it pre-season, got back for about a game and a little bit, then did it again obviously, and tried really hard to get back for the back end of the year and just couldn't crack in the team. So yeah, it was frustrating, and we sort of spoke about do we get surgery or not, but I think it was the right decision to get surgery, get it right, put my hand up for, probably knew it wasn't going to be Collingwood when I got the surgery, so putting my best foot forward for another club, and yeah, it's worked out well, but yeah, it's in a good position now, and I'm really happy I did it.
So when you say when you got the surgery, that was early in the year, wasn't it? So
it was probably May or so, yeah.
So you were planning, obviously, not to be at Collingwood beyond this
sort
year?
Of just, reading between the lines, you could tell what was going to happen, and some very direct conversations with my manager, which was really good about that, and yeah, we just knew we had to get surgery, and we couldn't really just keep going and hanging on by a limb in a way.
You come from one powerful club to another powerful club. Is there similarities? Is there differences? Have you sort of settled into that area?
100%. I think the supporter base is probably the big thing I've picked up. Both clubs extremely well connected with their supporters. So yeah, without a doubt, it sort of feels like I've gone from one to another.
Did you reach out to your brother about moving clubs? Because he's obviously recently done it.
Yeah, a bit different. He's sort of, gone from Dogs to St Kilda and still in Melbourne. But yeah, he was just like, go for it 100%, you got to do it. So yeah, it's a bit different going interstate, I suppose. That was the one thing I couldn't ask him about.
How do you guys talk much footy?
Yeah, about footy a fair bit. Yeah, he's loving Saints as well. Loving the change up, and yeah, he sort of probably knew this was what was needed for my career as well as I did.
What do you see your role at West Coast being?
Spoke to Minnie about sort of that half forward, that wing, that midfield role, just being versatile, potentially playing a few different positions, and yeah, putting my best foot forward to hopefully get a gig at the start of the year and whenever.
The grounds here, whether it's a Waffle level or an Optus Stadium, are quite big too. Do you feel like they'll suit your running capacity?
Yeah, 100%. That'll be something I've sort of, even with the heat as well, tried to adjust with the last week or so, and yeah, I think so. It'd definitely help me.
obviously Dev and Harry have come over at the same time, same sort of situation, but there's also I think 8 or 9 other guys who are new to the club as well. Has that kind of helped you settle in, knowing you're not, just the one new guy? There's kind of a full cohort of you.
Yeah, me, Harry, Schoenberg and Tyler Young, we're at one of the clubhouses, and sort of that's been a nice introduction for us to get to know each other and branch out to the other boys. But yeah, feels like there's a lot of new boys within the group, and all the young guys have been awesome, getting us involved and catching up for coffees and all that. So yeah, we feel very welcome.
And obviously, it's a while before you have to think about team selection or anything like that. But do you feel as though, given that Harry and Dev have kind of come over in the same situation, trying to, that second lifeline, have you found that there's almost a battle within a battle to, try and, I guess, put your best foot forward? Are they have you talked about that with them, about what you're trying to do to really impress at training?
No, not really. It's sort of only been a week, but I know us 3 coming will hopefully bring the training standards to a good level, good competition. I feel that's pretty healthy within the group.
You said you obviously had a keen interest on West Coast previously. Who did you sort of follow during your time in footy at West Coast and admire, and you're happy to be over here and maybe pick the brains of, I suppose?
I love the way Dom Sheed went about it. Obviously he's not here now, but Luke Shuey, growing up watching him, that was another one, and they were probably the 2 for me.
Luke's obviously a pretty good player and a very good coach as well. How much are you looking to pick his brain over the summer?
Yeah, a lot. Very excited. He's a stoppage coach, so get to work with him, which would be nice.